Okay, our butternut squash is velvety. Anne and Shana have been having little spoonfuls of it all morning long. It is, as you guys said, like a taste of Thanksgiving in a bowl.
It tastes like Thanksgiving.
Oh.
It's the sage for sure.
Oh, it's really good. Takes a little effort. It's one of those, it's not a quick soup to make, but
it's really good.
Payoff is big, so maybe double the recipe and freeze some. And I love to do a soup course at Thanksgiving dinner just because such a food fest sometimes, and it's like all of a sudden it's done, so if you can just slow it down.
I was just going to say, it's nice to slow it down.
Yep, exactly. So here's our butternut squash soup.
Beautiful.
We're going to throw a little bit of, this is fun if you've got pumpkins, you're carving pumpkins, just to throw some pumpkin seeds on top.
Very seasonal.
Pretty. Here you go. So speaking of seasonal, what's this egg salad we keep hearing about?
Well, let's do it, Amy. Let's get going on it.
Okay.
It'll come together as we go, I think.
So we boiled about how many eggs?
Hard-boiled eggs. I have a dozen here. The recipe calls for 3 dozen.
Okay.
But I knew that I didn't need to do 3 dozen eggs here today. It'd be fun for us to shell those.
So that's going to make a big batch.
It makes a big batch, yes. I would say that throughout the course of the week, if you're doing it just for snacks in a bowl and you're eating it, or if you're doing it on bread or something like we're doing right now, it's just so yummy you don't even need anything with it. It's really good.
Ooh, yum. Okay.
Yeah, and what I like to do is I like to do 2 yolks per dozen eggs. So when I do the full recipe, 6 of my eggs will stay whole. And the biggest reason is not because I hate egg yolks, but I don't want that much fat in my egg salad. If I can kind of do a little bit of a compromise, I'm happier.
Okay.
So we're going to get rid of a couple of those yolks while I start chopping some things.
Okay.
You want me to do the eggs?
I can do the eggs, and you can do the onion.
Just use your fingers.
Okay. All right. Really?
It's
That's
so
the best
easy.
way to do it? So,
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to get rid of the yolks on those.
If you use your finger.
And I'm going to use my, you don't have to do it, but as Shana said, it's going to cut down on the cholesterol and all that kind of good
exactly.
stuff. So, okay.
Exactly.
Okay, so
if you kept them, it's totally your prerogative, but
we'll keep that one.
Good deal. All right. I think red onion goes well in most things, but it gives, again, it depends on the time of year. Red onions get really bitey this time of year because they aren't quite as fresh, but it still goes nicely, and I don't do a lot, and I try to cut it real thin.
I love red onion.
I'm going to put this in, and we'll find the eggs.
Okay.
I'm going to help you with my hands because we don't have much after that.
This is just, everyone does it different. I do it the old-fashioned way.
I made egg salad for my clients last night, so I hand did 6 dozen eggs.
Oh my goodness.
On top of what I brought here.
You're a pro at it.
Have you seen the YouTube video where it's crazy, but basically you take the bottom of the egg and you put a little hole in it, like you crack a little bit of the shell off, and the top as well, and then you put it up to your mouth and you blow and you shoot the egg out the shell.
I have not seen that.
I have not tried it yet because I'm a little freaked out by it, but it was entertaining to watch my girlfriend try to do it.
I guess.
It worked in the end, but it was very funny. She put her own little video on Facebook and showed us all how to do it.
Now here's a tip that Shana said, a pastry blender to get that egg nice and fine. Sometimes I'll put my eggs, if I'm doing egg salad, in like a food processor, because the restaurants, the restaurants get that really nice fine
and
crumble.
I like rustic.
You like rustic?
I really do. So this, I don't ever make pie crust. I've never made a pie crust in my life. So I'm not sure why I have one of those at home, but I do, and I figured it needed a job. So this is the job.
I think it's a great idea. So you can actually get in there and do it as fine as you want, and you don't have to worry about hauling out the food processor.
Totally.
Okay. All right. So
walnuts. Cool. Walnuts. We're gonna throw cranberries in. I think we can be done squishing.
Okay.
I think it looks good.
Okay.
We're going to put a little bit. I do half and half. Half Greek yogurt, half mayo with olive oil. So right now we have a little bit of mayo with olive oil. We have a little bit of Greek yogurt.
So we're still getting that whole mayo, there for people who say, I can't have egg salad without mayo. Okay.
But the creaminess stays where you want it.
Okay.
But you're getting a little extra protein, a little bit of cayenne, a little bit of black pepper. You can throw some salt in there.
You bet.
Okay, I just got mustard all over my hands.
That's okay. And this is Dijon mustard.
Yeah, I was trying to keep it from making the noise.
No worries.
So I shook it up. And I'm going to give the walnuts just a little bit of a chop.
And you say this is one of your clients, like all-time favorite.
All-time favorite. And the eggs are a little bit of work,
Right, right.
Peeling eggs isn't the most fun thing ever. But for the most part, once you have that part done, you just stir it up and you're done.
And I love the idea of the cranberries in there and the nuts with a little bit of crunch. Yeah. Just makes egg salad a little more fun.
It's why I can eat it without putting it on something, because there's enough
going
some
on.
Texture in there, and and so it's even with the onions, it's a really nice balance.
And pretty guilt-free, except for that mayo.
Quite guilt-free.
And then we're gonna.
So we toasted this bread just a little bit in the oven.
Okay. I love egg salad on toast, on a toasted bread. Just, holds up a little bit better.
Exactly.
You do
and
some
you could do
there.
some little parsley on top, some chives on top if you want to make it pretty. Or you could just close the sandwich and eat it, right?
Wow. We were thinking this for dinner. Who says you can't have a great soup and sandwich for dinner? The butternut squash soup and oh yeah. Again, Shana would be happy to cook for your family. She's doing a new thing now where she's a personal chef, and she's actually delivering meals to families, healthy meals, and you can find out more on Facebook.
Yep.
Getting Fit with food. All right, on Facebook. Thanks, Shana. Great to see you.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll be back.